It's possible for us to do this in the most difficult circumstances. And then that idea started to grow, and before you knew it, and I like adventure, I like change, I like challenge, I like to test something. This year is going to take unprecedented communication. It's going to take unprecedented servant leadership.
I've known the Holloway family for over 30 years.
Brian Holloway.
Brian Holloway is one of the most dynamic.
Brian Holloway.
Brian Holloway is certainly at the top of the list.
I've known Brian Holloway and his family for almost 20 years.
And so put me down, and Barbara too, as those who would recommend Brian Holloway.
We had no evidence at that point that this would be the turning point in our club's history. The reason why I say that to you is that we need to focus on delivering outstanding care, quality service, just fascinate our guests.
Eric Dante, Director of Business Processor Engineering and Business Intelligence at Apple. Incredible job today, Brian. You broke down what was a complex problem into a really simple way, and it was critical in today's environment to really have people understand what it takes to be part of a championship team, away from all the bits and bytes of what computers do and into the heart of the matter, which is living by the team values and goals. Love working with you. This is our 4th time together, and every time's better than the last. Thank you.
We burst out of the locker room. And when we step on that field, we look across the line of scrimmage, and you see your identical twin. I'm 6'8", he's 6'8". He's strong, he's fast, he's smart, he's intelligent, he's gifted. He runs a 4.9, I run a 4.9. He bench presses 500 pounds, so do I. I have my identical twin. The field we play on, 100 yards by 50, is identical. The knowledge of the organization, of the coaches on each team is by and large identical. The time we have to prepare for a game is identical. The time we have to rebuild is identical. The adversity that we face within the team is identical. The egos that have to be melded together is identical. But when one team walks on the field, it's something that's operating on the inside that gives them a distinct competitive advantage.
I'm George Mohatchee, President and Chief Executive Officer of Foresters. Brian talked to us today. He did a great job talking about how to build a leadership team, talked about the Playmakers and how important they are, but also talked about how to deal with folks who are underachievers and folks who are not team players. And I personally got a lot out of that, and Brian, you did a great job. Thank you very much.
I jumped in the water. He grabbed my arm, unlike any child would grab your arm when you realize that they're in trouble. And he pulled himself up, and he gasped and spit all the water out of his mouth.
Hi, my name is Jack Cole. I'm with EMI, and I'm out of Ventura, California. I wanted to just say, Brian, I thought it was one of the best motivational speeches I've actually heard. I mean that absolutely. I've been in business 40 years and to a zillion of these, and I haven't been so inspired ever before.
So we walked up to the line of scrimmage. We walked up to the line of scrimmage. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Paul Jaffe with Many Promotions. Just spent 2 engaging hours with Brian Holloway. Got to say, I found him to be one of the most engaging, impelling, and intellectual sales and marketing minds who happened to play football, rather than an ex-football player who became a motivational speaker. Thank you.
What kind of car did you get? They said, Daddy, we got the red convertible. I said, that's awesome. You know I don't fit in that. Father, daughters, daughters, fathers. We stayed up late into the night, laughing, talking, sharing. No laptops, no cell phones, no beepers, no callback. Total conversation, total connecting. I want to hear their heart.
Hi, my name is Chuck Lucius, and I'm the CEO of Gradient Financial Group. Just had Brian Holloway speak for us, and I was absolutely pleasantly surprised. The feedback from our group is outstanding. He's just not a pretty face. He really does have a lot to say.
I want them to be empowered. I want them to make decisions. I want them to take charge. I want them to negotiate contracts. Why? Because I want them to be strong and capable and forward-thinking, and I want them to have courage and confidence. Now, I know you're not supposed to take a running start. I didn't listen 30 years ago. I'm not listening now. And so I stepped back, and there it was, that 2x6, and I launched with tremendous force and power. And I hit that second stride, turned sideways for maximum speed. It's my comfort zone. I understood it. I was good at it. There's no way I was not going to be great. I own this spot.
My name is Michael Valley. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I own my own estate planning and RIA firm. I've had it for 18 years. I've seen a lot of motivational speakers before, and this was one of the better ones I've ever seen. Actually, it was an excellent. I've learned a lot.